By definition, according to David Hayes and Jack Neinmeyer, employment law is the body of laws, administrative rulings, and precedents that addresses the legal rights of employees and their employers. So employment law is established not only to protect employers, but also employees, especially they are in a protected class mentioned earlier. Understanding and complying with employment law is very important for every human resources manager, at least for 3 reasons. First, it helps us to do the right thing. Here, we're actually discussing the ethical aspects of equality. It is ethically and morally right for organizations to seek to offer equality of opportunity to all employees by understanding and complying with employment law. It is about being fair, which is the main key here. So, in this case, it's about how we can, as an employer or an HR person, apply equality in our company by doing something ethical, things such as paying more attention to gender parity or equal pay. We can take an example from McDonald's that has been considered as the lead in hiring employees with learning disabilities. Because of that, the practice has created a positive impression among many customers. The second part is that by understanding and complying with employment law, it will help us to minimize our firm's potential liability. So this second part is about legal aspects. Legal aspects is about how to comply with legislation. It means that when we fail to comply, it will increase our firm's potential liability by facing unwelcome publicity and potentially large payouts as a result of employment court decisions. In other words, to avoid dealing with lawsuits and wasting so much time and money, as an employer, especially as an HR person, we must fully understand and comply with employment laws that will directly affect us, our operation, and our employees. For example, depending on the size of the company, a court typically awards victims $50,000 to $300,000 of discriminations against age, sex, race, or disability. Yet the number could reach to millions of dollars depending on the case of the company size or the company size. The last part is about business aspects. It makes good sense for a business to encourage equality to ensure the organization draws on the widest possible labor market and to make sure that they are maximizing the best use of all available resources. Because when discrimination is happening, it shows that we are neglecting pool of talented employees. Equality also makes good business sense in terms of potentially widening the customer base and also portraying a positive company image, especially in our industry. As a service industry, face-to-face interaction with customers is the nature of the work of the industry. So when we honor EEO, we have the potential to widen our customer base because our practice reflects society as a whole. The last objective for the EEO topic is about the importance of equality in an organization. Nowadays, we can find many companies use an equal opportunities employer or a similar statement on their job posting as well as job application form. The purpose of the statement is actually not only to show that the company is fair in terms of its employment practices when it comes to equal employment opportunities, but also to help the company to achieve and sustain a competitive advantage by employing the right employees regardless their characteristics. Many studies have shown that companies recognizing the equal opportunity in their employment practices tend to outperform their competitors that do not follow EEO practices. Recent studies, for example, found out that by meeting gender equality in the US would increase the US economy by $4.3 billion. The studies believe that gender equality would create a working environment more dynamic and productive, which lead to more profit. In the hospitality domain, studies have also shown that job equality has a positive impact on service quality, resulted in a positive impact on customer satisfaction as well. However, in order for a company to have a positive image described by potential and current employees as well, customers and suppliers, the company needs to have a clear policy and commitment to EEO practices. And the policy and commitment have to be backed by real implementation as a proof.